Ready to rock with me, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Ready to rock with me, let's go. 1, 2, 3. Seeking the soul society, know what I seek is meant to be. Live on Friday, 4 to 5 on Hot 7 New 2.5. Hottest Vegas team, speaking spiritual and living my dream. Life is more than it seems. Be humble and be extreme. Happiness can spread like a deed. Universe have me set up to succeed. No need to greed. Love is all we need. I appreciate life. Now I'm gonna be free. Ready to rock with me? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Seeking Solace Society. Follow me on IG. SOLACE Let's get live. On Friday, 4 to 5, 7 to 2.5. Let's live. Let's get live. 7 to 2.5. Let's get it live. Let's go. Now rock with me. 1, 2, 3. Let's be. 1, 2, 3, you on live for me, SOL.
Greetings to all kinds and like minds. Welcome to the Seeking Solace show every Friday on Hot 702.5 FM. How we doing? How we feeling? How's everybody? What are we doing? What are we into? This is Solace on Hot 702.5 FM. Again, greetings to all kinds and like minds, spirits, and beings. Thank you for tuning into the Seeking Solace show, Seeking the Solace Society. Knowing what I seek is meant to be, and I definitely do that authentically. So thank you for tuning in with me and tapping into my frequency. I appreciate you being here with me. Today, we're definitely going to just talk about the importance of the change of scenery in life. We always tend to be in the same routine and doing the same things. Today, I want to talk about what it's like to actually change that, switch it up. If you have the experience with it, feel free to chat with us in the chat below, and definitely chat with us and see if you want to put in your input about the insight of switching scenery, which I just want to share with you. That I just went away on a little road trip for the first time, an actual road trip. So that was fun. It was a great opportunity. Didn't know what to expect, didn't expect anything. As if you guys have been following, expectations can do nothing but kill you in certain ways. If you expect too much from certain things, from certain aspects, from certain people, from certain relationships, there are times when it doesn't go your way, the reaction is not expected from yourself and you don't know how to deal with that. So I'm at a point where instead of expecting things, I just accept whatever happens with that person in that relationship, in that place, that action, whatever happens, how I react to it, and really just have to figure out how to grow from it. As Solace is comfort in a time of distress, and that's something that I'm trying to practice, trying to continue and definitely share with you guys. As I say, along our wisdom walk, which I consider our life journey, as every step we take, we learn something. So we definitely want to pay attention to that. And there are a lot of people that I've just been talking to, kind of polling about this topic right here, just about changing scenery, like literally where you work, if you work somewhere for a while, if you just have become that job, if you've ever thought of expanding and doing something different, or you have been so used to just doing the same thing, you don't realize that you're just wrapped up in just this one thing, and there's so many other things that you can be doing, or just living in a certain place. Like, I know, being from the city, as I'm from Boston, Massachusetts, like I know there's a lot of people that have never, ever, New York, Chicago, any big city, you are fans of where you live, and it becomes definitely a part of who you are. So wherever you go, you will always represent that. But have you ever taken the opportunity to leave the nest per se? Like, have you ever taken the opportunity to embrace the change of scenery, of what it's like outside of what you're used to? Again, not just about a job, but just where you live, where you've been, what you see all the time, what surrounds you, definitely during this road trip. I just want to start with that. Like, the road trip, it was, again, something I didn't know what to expect. I didn't expect anything. It was really last minute. And because, again, I didn't expect anything, I accepted anything that happened. And luckily, I'm blessed to say that nothing negative happened, but it was a beautiful, beautiful experience. We drove through 3 states. And just, the experience of seeing different things. I'm from the city. I'm a city girl. You know what I mean? So I seen some cattle, I seen some cows, I seen some llamas, I seen barns, I seen just fields and nature. And when I was driving, I got to experience while I was driving this, and this is something I just want to share. Like when I was driving, I experienced the sun rising on my left, and I seen, the birds in formation and form together, and how nature just all comes together, and you see like the animals, they're looking up at the sun, and it's a beautiful thing. It is something, being from the city, you don't get to see because we're so distracted with everything that's going on. Like right now, I live in Las Vegas, which is part of Nevada, with which we had to drive all the way through Nevada, which, once you get past the facade, as in, Las Vegas, past the strip, what the tourists come here to see, there's a lot of beautiful things, there's a lot of nature, a lot of stuff out there. There's even water in Nevada. They even try to tell you it's a desert, but there's water. In northern Nevada, there was snow up there. Again, I'm from the city. I'm from the East Coast, so that was exciting for me to see. It was just an experience that I will never forget, and I'm blessed to be here with you, because on the way back we drove through a storm, and I'll get to all that. But again, thank you again for tuning in. If you're just now tuning in, it's the Seeking Solace Show on Hot 702.5 FM. I'm your host, Solace, doing the damn thing, tapping in with you, checking in with my Solace Society. Hopefully your spirit is doing well, as I didn't ask how your spirit is and how is your spirit, how we doing, what we up to. We still keeping up with our New Year's resolutions. Always got to ask that, because we always try to commit to those things, but do we actually keep up to them? Do we actually commit to them? It's always good to talk, but are we actually making the action to do is more important. So today, again, change of scenery. And what is it for you? How is important it is for you? Have you experienced it? The importance of it, how it makes you feel, what it's like adjusting when you are somewhere else, when you're on vacation, or if you have to just suddenly get up and change your location in life because of whatever reasons. Like for me, living in Vegas, I'm a staycation victim. I decided to stay here after 3 days due to what life had thrown at me at that time, and I'm still respected, and a lot of people are still trying to understand how I was brave enough to make the decision and have the courage to do so. But I'm still here. I'm rocking. I'm in this position where I could talk to you and share with you my experience from being from the East Coast and the West Coast, and really just adjusting, to say the least, to new things, new life, new language, new people, new culture. And again, the expectations. I didn't know what to expect when I got here. I thought it was truly going to be a cakewalk, because I seen the strip. I seen all these jobs, all these opportunities, because at that point I had quit my career at the time, came here. And again, those of you who have never tuned in, I'm just trying to give you a quick story, quick catch up. I do a lot of things on my own, and I've been walking on my own. I'm onto my wisdom walk. As I say, every step we take, we learn something, and I definitely stand by that. And I walk strong in my steps and my stride, and confidently, because I just realized, not just realized, but I continue to realize that every day that my life experience is definitely different from many. I can speak on things that many pretend to speak on or act like they've been through. And there's a lot of things that I've experienced, that I've seen, body language, to those that actually have been through these certain situations, those who have actually lied about these situations, and things just check out, So I always tell my closest kin, like, just be careful what you say, what you talk about. Be aware of what you speak on, and make sure if you are ever in that situation and whatever that you're speaking on, that you can really back that up, because it can be a fatal thing, if you understand what I'm saying. Like if you're out here claiming that you're thugging, and you're out with your peoples, and something pop off and you freeze up, then you're not being who you are. If you're in a situation where you're, whatever the case may be, say you driving and you saying, oh yeah, I'm a mechanic, I can fix tires, da 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 da. You out with a shorty, or whoever, your mama, whoever, your man's, whoever, and you catch a flat tire or whatever, and they're like, oh, I thought you was a mechanic, and you over here, you sweating because you don't know how to fix the tire, but you over here barking at you your pops own a whole car shop. Like, listen, this is real life. This is what people do. And then when they get caught up in these situations, they get stuck. They freeze up. I mean, they don't know how to act because they've actually never been in these situations. So let me for those who are listening that know about that life and those who are faking that life, don't live that facade because you might get caught up in some shit that you really can't back up. So be careful. That's all I'm saying. But again, change the scenery so that you're not used to and only being that person or faking to be that person. Figure out what it's like or try to experience what it's like to be away from what you're used to. I speak on it because, again, I've been through a lot of things. It's always been a lot of changes, a lot of surprises, to say the least. And for me, when I go to places outside of where I reside, as a kid, I can say I'm definitely blessed to say I used to travel every year as a kid. I went to Jamaica a lot because my grandmother, her family is in Jamaica. We're from St. Elizabeth, the northern part of Jamaica, around not Montego Bay where the tourists go to. We do have property over there, you know what I mean? But we're from the slums, definitely have family in Kingston. I'm sure you guys know about that. If you know anything about Jamaica, that's like the slums of Jamaica. But yeah, I've been in Jamaica, I've been to Florida, I've been to a couple places. I'll definitely talk about that later. But I love the experience. I am a huge fan of traveling. I don't like to be stuck in the same situation or scenery or area location for too much of a time without the switch up. I can say after this road trip, I feel much better. I feel like I breathe a different air. I feel like I've been refreshed. I feel like I've seen different things, which I actually did, but it was a whole life experience, like as an adult. I haven't really traveled anywhere in a while due to COVID and a lot of things. And before that, I was going to Boston frequently to see my family, whom I miss a lot. So shouts to you guys if you're listening. I always appreciate you always being here and having my back and definitely never let me hang my head. But yeah, and thanks to you guys, I was able to get through getting there and definitely the frustration of driving. I drove 18 hours from Las Vegas to Seattle. It was a great experience. Seattle is beautiful. So shouts to you guys if you're out there listening to me in Seattle, as I met some beautiful, beautiful people out there as well. I'm definitely going to go back and I have a couple of spots I'm going to hit up. And, if you guys want to come, we can make it a whole thing. It's all society out there. If you want to go to Seattle, let's go ahead. Let's get it. There's a lot of nature out there. The people are beautiful. I had a great, great time. It reminded me of so many places in one spot. Like I've never been to San Francisco, but but I've seen on TV. Like, that's what Seattle reminded me of with the trolley and the very, very steep hills. And it had a city-like vibe, a country-like vibe. I've been to Cali, so it felt like Cali. It felt like New York. It felt like Boston. It felt like I'm saying, it felt like a whole bunch of everything in one. It was just beautiful. I just want to share that with you guys. If you have never been to Seattle, definitely try it out, plan it out, get there, and just enjoy the nature of it more than going to the stores. Because I've seen some weird technology stuff, advanced stuff that kind of broke my heart as well, because there's a lot of jobs that are going to be lost. So, it's definitely time for us to really focus and find the foundation and figure out what we're going to do for ourselves and our family and how to survive, because that's where we're at. We are in the end of days, to say the least, and I don't want to be negative, but I have to be honest. Negativity doesn't mean that it's not honest. Honesty is part of, some people consider that negativity because they don't want to accept it. But life is life, and we have to understand that it is what it is. And we have to survive, to say the least. If you want to be here, you have to teach yourself and your kin how to survive and do it the right way. Buy things in bulk. Make sure you have always something in savings. Get your life insurance. Get stuff like that in line. Prioritize what's important, really, what's imperative to yourself. I'm going to share a couple of things that I learned from Robin Sharma, of course, is somebody that I look up to. Great, great motivator. He wrote a book called The Monk Who Sold His Ferrari, what I always talk about was saved my life before basically a tragedy when my life came to an abrupt stop, and it was like a prequel to what happened in my life and how I got through that hardship. And shouts to Robin Sharma. I'm going to read a couple of quotes from him throughout the show. But yeah, that was dope. I think the book sold about 15 million copies worldwide, which I just found out was like a bestseller in India, and it really, really saved my life. So if you guys are out there, you're going through a hard time, looking for some, you are going through some hardships. It doesn't matter whether you're street to elite. As I say, I can definitely relate to both of you guys in all walks of life, as I have friends from all walks of life, and definitely not here to judge anybody. As I always say, a saint I ain't, but I could try to continue to do what I do. But again, back to change of scenery and what it is to you and why is it important for me. I can just answer for myself. When I go to other places, I enjoy the level of freedom, because you don't know the options until you get there. I mean, there's a lot of people that like to research places before they get there. And of course I do, just to figure out the area that I'm going to be in, per se, the hotel. If I'm staying in an Airbnb, I want to see what's around me to make sure the area is safe and stuff like that. But somebody like me, when I pull up, I go on vacation, I like to just go there and figure out what's there when I get there, what's surrounding me, what I have to travel for, and really just work with my time. And what's crazy is, when I'm on vacation, I act more like an adult than when I'm when I'm just acting in everyday real life, because you have to be definitely aware what's going on. You have to make sure you have all your finances. You got to make sure you keep up with your wallet, your cell phone, your belongings, definitely your surroundings. Again, definitely if you're going to be inebriated, you're drinking, you're hanging out with friends, and sometimes when you go in places, even with your partner, your family, whoever it is, you don't know who they are until you go on vacation with them, or until you live with them. It's that type of aspect. And you'll experience whatever it is, and you'll decide if you still want to rock with that person when you come back. And hopefully everything is smooth when you guys are on vacation, because it would suck for it to go bad. But you know what I'm saying? Those are just those situations where you really see the ability of what you have and what the other person have. And if you guys actually can come together and combine rather than collide, and make decisions of what you guys want to do as a group or separately in harmony when you're on vacation. That's very, very important as well. So definitely make your choices wisely when you do decide to go on vacation. Make sure everybody is legit. They got their shit in line, like really just, I always say, listen, I'll go on vacation with you. Let me know, no surprises. Shit, don't let me get pulled over with you and something pop off, something like that. Just keep people in a loop, and just respect the people that are going with you. And if you don't want to rock with them while you're there, then just separate and do your own thing, whatever the case is. But that's very important. And I'm to the point where I'm old enough to actually figure this shit out. There's a very short vacation, and I just learned a lot of things from just lifestyle and people and relationships and connections. Like I networked. A lot of people that I network with, they have their own businesses. They want me to do things with them. So it's like, it was dope, to say the least. And again, I'm happy that I was safe enough to get back, because again, on the way back, which I'll talk about, it was crazy. The weather was nuts. But yeah, like the level of freedom and doing what you want to do when you're on vacation, whether you're by yourself or with your friends, like the ability to make choices or your own choices, like rather if you want to go to this bar with your friends, or if you want to go somewhere else, but just stay in contact, that's important as well. And the type of person, if you guys are listening, what type of person are you when you go on vacation? I think I've answered my question already. What type of person are you when you're on vacation? Would you rather plan everything that you do? Like if you're going on a cruise, or if you're going out of town for a little while, do you plan things, or are you more of a sporadic person? You guys can go ahead and chat in the bottom. I'm going to continue talking, but if you ever want to chime in, we're right here. But yeah, I think for me, again, I like to be sporadic, very sporadic. I like to just do things. If I see something, I'm like, oh yeah, look at that. I'm like, yeah, look at that. Okay, I want to do that. Definitely want to do that. I'll catch you guys later. I'm going to do this at 2:30. If you want to come, go ahead and rock with me. But I'm gonna definitely go ahead and do my thing. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm more of that type of person. Like to be just on the move when I'm on vacation. Just like to do that type of thing, and just be whatever happens. Definitely a daredevil, like to try new things, try new shit. Definitely a roller coaster type of person. So if there's an amusement park, I'm there. You know what I'm saying? I'm definitely up to doing new things, trying new things. I'm even the type that be. I remember the first time I went to New York. I'm like, oh yeah, let's go to Taco Bell. That was then when I ate all that bullshit. But I'm just saying, like, when I go to a different place, everything is exciting to me. Like I'm a little kid. You know, I'm a little kid, but responsible like an adult, because that's important. You got to make sure you're alive and you come back. Like I've never been to places like New Orleans yet. I mean, I live in Vegas, which is kind of similar, but from what I hear, not as crazy, you know, Mardi Gras and all that. So yeah, man, I like to be sporadic. I like to do new things. Like I said, I'll see a Taco Bell and I'll just be like, oh, let's go to Taco Bell. And it's like, Solace, you've been to Taco Bell before. Yeah, but I ain't been to Taco Bell in Texas before though. Ain't no different, but it might be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, of course, some things you want to plan, but granted, if you ever been to Vegas, I live here. Most of the time, I usually help people when they come here with their itinerary, and honestly, 9 times out of 10, people don't ever keep up with it. They don't ever keep up with their plans because they get caught up doing what they're doing. They get too drunk, you know, not for nothing. They get too drunk and having fun, and they end up gambling, or they end up having, you know, having a really good time at one spot. They want to go back to that same spot the next day. Like it's like that. It's all about catching a vibe. Well, that's how it is with me. I don't know about everybody else. And you know, definitely just stay intact, stay focused, pay attention. Like I say to my little brothers, they haven't been to Vegas yet. I love them. They're 25 and no, I'm sorry, shit, 27 and 24. Oof, they're not babies no more, but they're my babies. But I told them when they come here, just be careful. You know what I'm saying? Pay attention to everything that you do, but enjoy yourself. But I might chaperone their asses for a little bit, and then I'm gonna have to let them go because they do something they ain't supposed to because they boys. You know, I like I say, just wear a condom. That's it. Just, you know, and don't trust everybody that you meet anywhere you go, realistically. And Seattle, they showed me that too. Like it was really, like I said, it was 50-50, kind of weird, you know, kind of, it had some very eerie vibes. The homeless people are really in your face. Like if you're at the gas station, just trying to give you, you know, some heads up. If you're at the gas station, they'll come to your window and won't move until you acknowledge them or pull off type shit, you know. So that was interesting. But again, being from the city, that doesn't really intimidate me much. But sorry, just gonna go sip my water, a little parched here. But yeah, that was again a great experience. I enjoyed that, and also with all these phones, all the technology that we got out here, when you go on vacation, guys, what type of people are you? Do you like to take photos everywhere you go, or would you rather work with the memory? You know, for me, I'm definitely more like a memory type of person. I don't like to take too many photos. I have been posting a few, but we definitely hit up a lot of places. I've seen a lot of things, but I prefer to just have the memory for me. I like to reflect, so I'd rather write about it and make my own movie, if that makes sense. Like I still read books more than be on the internet as much, because I like to paint my own movie. Like I am a screenwriter as well, so you know what I'm saying? I have the imagery, and I like to just be that type of person where I'm just, you know, just trying to maintain and stay within my own creative state versus being caught up in somebody else's reality, if that makes sense, or virtual reality for that matter. So yeah, a lot of memories, man. Like I said, I met a lot of beautiful people, a lot of connections, a lot of fun moments, a lot of crazy moments. Like I've seen some really weird shit out there. Like, man, yeah, Seattle is its own country. Like Vegas, you come here, there's always a story to tell. And yeah, but I did make it to Pike Place. Like I said, thank you, Starbucks, for doing what you did. But I made it to Pike Place anyway. And, you know, it wasn't all it was hyped up to be, but it was exciting for me to say that I made it on my own, not just on the back of somebody else's brand. I did it on my own time. So I pat myself on the back for that, took some pics. Just to say I was proud of myself. I really enjoyed it. Like it was dope. The waterfront was amazing. The pier, oh man, but it took me back to being home in the city. And it's such a beautiful thing to say that I got out for a minute, even though if it was just temporary. Because the dopest thing for me is last year I was manifesting nothing but travel. And the first week of January, I got the fuck out of here for a little bit, just for a little bit. And that's all that matters. That means that manifestation is coming to light. And I just want to continue to really, truly do that. You know what I'm saying? And going on vacation, again, the change of scenery. Do you usually go for the scenery or just the party? What type of people we got listening today? What type of listeners do we have out there? Do you usually go for the scenery or the party? I'm trying to figure that out. You feel me? I'm saying, like, I can say for me, I definitely go both. Definitely do both. Because again, I am a spiritual person. So being in Vegas, it is a desert. You don't have that much nature. So, it was really cool to see the trees and stuff like that. So I definitely sunk all that in and took that in and took some deep breaths and did some meditating and really, really enjoyed that. It was a definitely different type of air out there. I can definitely say that. And I don't know if it was just me getting away from my surroundings, but if we out there, we trapping. Y'all understand, we trapping, all my thugs in the hood, you doing your thing, whatever, whatever. Have you ever left the trap? Have you ever left the city? Do you know what it's like to be somewhere else and catching some air? Like, it's important to get out and do your thing. Like, I don't think people understand the aspect and the importance of really, really doing what you need to do and just changing your scenery, man. Like, I don't get it. Like, I was talking to this OG, like, really, I was talking to this OG the other day, and it's just like, man, why would you want to stay in a place that keeps you where you are? Like I said in my post, the stagnant magnet. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, man. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and go on, and we're going to go on this music break real quick. We'll be right back, 2.5 FM.
Feels good. T-minus 25 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. T-minus 15 seconds. Guidance is internal. 12, 11, 10, 9. Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. I wanna feel you. Stroke my insides. Feel you. Dig my soul like you're digging for gold. Go on a journey around my hemispheres. Make me ooze with devotion. Cultivate my manner to make the stars within me shine brighter. Got my body growing higher and higher. Cool it down. Cool it down. Oh, oh. Can we connect? vision. Strength to Mars and gang, Venus rhythm. Unite souls like the solar system. Can we connect like the solar system? Connect. Let me see the galaxy inside your vision. Straight to Mars and gang, Venus business. Unite souls like the solar system. Bring a balance on the equator, cause I give you my world. Want you into my gravity, I can see the moon start to twirl. Perfect timing, signs aligning. It's a new horizon, it's so vibrant, and it's so vibrant. It's like the tides are rising. I wanna feel you like never before. Feel you deep down in the soul. Floating my matter, natural chemistry, like the moon pulls the ocean. Got my body growing high. Cool it down. Can we connect like the solar system? Connect. Let me see the galaxy inside your vision. Straight to Mars and yeah, Venus rhythm. You like souls like the solar system. Can we connect like the solar system? Let me see the galaxy inside your vision. Straight to Mars and gang, from Venus business. You like souls like the solar system. Yeah.
Yes, sir, Dean Kane, sir. And that was Raya B's Solar System, actually one of my favorite songs that she doesn't. No, I'm kidding. I like that song very, very much. And with that being said, got some blessings. Looks like they called you in. How you doing?
Blessings.
Show me on camera. You want to be seen?
I mean, I guess I wasn't really,
Okay, yeah, now we can hear you.
Prepared to be on camera today, everybody. But how's everybody doing out there? My name is Raya B. And thank you so much for liking my music. I appreciate y'all for tuning in to my baby show, Seeking Solace. And yes.
MC, songstress, all that good stuff. Might be in the building, y'all.
Yes.
But anyway, Robbie, we are talking about the change of scenery and what it is to you, what it's like. I spoke about just being on vacation, the importance of it to me. I spoke to, the people who would like to stay stuck in mainly for the people from the city, because I can speak from my personal experience. As I like to, people in the city, they like to just stay in the city because that's the only thing they know. They don't know anything else. They don't really want to experience the change of scenery. And in some aspects, I don't want to say it, but y'all just scared, babies. You gotta leave the nest, right? What they say in Baby Boy, you gotta leave the nest. I loved every time I left. Yeah. Like I was saying, I shared with them that I traveled a lot as a kid, like Jamaica a lot, but I've been to a lot of places within the States. You know what I'm saying? But every time I went, which I'm actually just saying now, it's just a different euphoric feeling for me, just to be somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So my question to you would be, like, how important is the change of scenery or traveling? Is that to you?
It's like if you don't travel, you don't feel fulfilled. It's nice to know when there's something else going on around you other than the shit that you're used to. You know what I mean? It traveling lets you know that there's another world out there, that you're not the only people living and going through the motions. Somebody else is going through the motions somewhere else that you might find as a vacation spot. And that's just people making the world go round. Traveling for me is important because I have to go to a beach.
Okay. Why is a beach important for you?
I grew up going to the beach. Like me and my mom and my dad, we used to go to the beach all the time. We used to drive from Fresno. Okay. all the way to LA, and we would have a beach day. My mom would pack down the car. We would have like fried chicken, potato salad, you know, all the fixings, and we would sit on the beach and we would kick it and be there all day. So I was used to doing that as a kid, and as I gotten older, I haven't got to do it as often, and I partially feel affected by it. It was like a spiritual retreat almost, in a sense, for me. It's very peaceful. The hearing the water, you know what I'm saying, the sand, the sun. Like, I like going to the beach, you know, at the very least. I like to do, you know, more things, you know, travel elsewhere as well. But at the very least, to travel to the beach, you know what I'm saying, in Cali, that's what I'm used to. I want to go to one in Miami one day. I really want to go to Miami to experience their beach, the Atlantic Ocean, right? But, yeah.
So I mean, these questions I was asking myself. Shit, if I would have known you would have just asked your ass. But anyway, thank you for joining me again. This is Raya B. You can check out her EP that's out, The Frequencies of Debbie, Debbie, on all platforms. Solar System is not on that though.
Solar System
is on all platforms, but it's not on The Frequency. But
it's not on Frequencies to be EP.
But if you like that song, thank me.
But it's available on all digital platforms.
I pushed that. I love that song.
Thank you.
But yeah, so I was saying, like, how important is, like, say when you go on vacation with somebody, like, you know, the people that you bring with you, whatever. How important is your individual level of freedom when you go on vacation, or other people's? How important is that for them to have?
That's very important.
I'm sorry, like the ability, you know, the ability to make choices of their own. That's what I mean.
That's very important, because you can feel restricted somewhere where you have no idea, and then you can just be out there like aimlessly wandering, and then that's how fucked up shit can happen, or that's how you can just not enjoy yourself, or both. You know. And I feel like at the end of the day, if I got my own money, I'm gonna figure my own shit out. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. Hey,
if I don't, you know, then it could be kind of whack, because if I'm, you know, rocking with somebody else and they cover me or whatever, that could be kind of whack, because depending on what type of person they are, it could be kind of whack. My personal experience, I had went to Cali, like a little short turnaround weekend trip with one of my homies from years ago. We're not as cool anymore, or anymore at all, for that matter. I don't talk to them.
Well, damn.
But
all right,
we went, you know, to Cali, and I was in a place where, I mean, I didn't really have bread like that, you know what I'm saying, to do all the stuff that her and her sisters was doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I bought what I could, and then I'm like, well, damn, I spent all my money. I'm like, well, shit. Hey, you know, we going to Yard House after this. Like, you know, you got me. You know, she had me, and, you know, we was like in a party girl phase, you know, where niggas was just living their lives. So it was dope how she had me. But say if I went out there with somebody that was kind of boring, stingy, then I mean, that wouldn't have went over well for me after I had ran out of bread. You know what I'm saying?
So when you go on vacation, are you more of a person to plan, or you like to do sporadic shit?
You know, I'm with either way.
That's it, both. I'm more sporadic.
But I was about to say, but I prefer to just
get it and go, right?
Just go and be spontaneous. But I mean, we could plan some of it, but to plan it down to a science, we're going here and we're going there. Like, it just depends on where we going for that plan every detail of your life type of thing.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
But at the same time, you know, you want to get a feel for wherever you go.
Right.
You know, and you're not going to get that if you just planned it the whole way through. So it just depends. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like it really depends. You going somewhere dangerous, low key, stay within your bounds.
Nah, real shit.
Then you want to plan that shit.
I didn't say that earlier, but not for, like I said.
You want to plan it. If you're going somewhere where it's like, okay, you know, you can kind of just do that, then, you know, hey, fuck it. Let's wing it. Let's figure it out. Let's get some drinks.
Yeah, like I said, I was saying earlier, like Vegas. Seattle. Now I know, because them motherfuckers, everybody had their hands in their pockets, and you got close to them. They like, what the fuck you doing? Vegas. Now I know Seattle is not a place where you need to keep your wallet in your front pocket. New Orleans, from what I know, Miami, same thing. When you go to these big ass, carnivals and festivals and shit like that, keep your shit in your front pockets. Just put that out there. Like all of it, your phone, everything, even if they bulging, okay? Keep your stuff in your front pocket so you can see who's gonna grab your shit. You ever seen the movie Focus? Check it out. I'll holler back at you. But also, okay, the next question was, when you go on vacation, scenery, or are you more of a scenery or a party person?
You know what? That is a good question.
Thank you for that.
I am a both kind of person because, if I'm, I just mentioned earlier, the ocean, I like to go to the beach. Mm-hmm. If I want to party on the beach, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want to party in the snow.
I hear you.
Like, why not? Nigga, let's turn up with the babies at the cabin. You know what I'm saying? Goodness. Like, you know what I mean?
Baby first rate. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, shit. And then what else was I thinking? Like, where else is there a scenery type of thing?
Like probably overseas,
Yeah,
Dubai, stuff like
I was
that,
gonna say, like London or whatever, but yeah.
Both. Okay. All right. So,
but you know what? Sometimes it's not both. You know what? Because let me just put that in there. I know.
Sometimes you just want to go to party.
Boom.
I get it. That's why
turn up. Like if I'm going to LA, fuck the scenery.
Yeah,
we finna turn up.
Yeah, because that's where.
If I'm going to New York, hey, the scenery was cool. We do it during the daytime, nigga. We about to go turn up.
I got you. All right. So,
Atlanta, we about to turn up.
Follow me here because we got a couple minutes left. We got like 15 minutes left.
Okay.
All right. So, 5 items for a road trip. No cell phone.
What, girl?
Mine's are because I just went, so I got a little experience.
Don't tell me yours. Let me do mine.
Oh, you do yours. So go ahead.
I'm gonna.
You got it. Are you ready? Shit, because I got my shit.
I'm gonna steal your ideas.
Don't be stealing shit.
That's what I'm saying. So let me
follow
do mine
her.
First.
Remember? Leader. Remember,
baby. If you got a good one, so that's why I'm trying to be fair and just not hear yours. Okay, so 5 items.
5 items. No cell phone outside of the cell phone. Everybody, let me cell phone. Anything else outside of 5 items that you need, necessity for your road trip?
I need like a hum, a jetpack type of thing. Like a hum, a jetpack type of thing.
Like a water pack?
Girl, no, a jetpack, like a hum for internet service.
Okay.
When you're on the road.
Okay.
My tablet, you know what I'm saying? So I could pull up my music, connect it to my hum, some headphones.
That's all you got for your road trip.
That's 3 items, right?
Yep.
A charger to charge the tablet.
Okay.
Dang, I don't need the charger no more. Yeah, a charger to charge.
That's 4?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the last thing being a battery pack for everything.
You're just gonna die. You wanna die. We're going on a road trip, and that's what you decided to bring? Y'all help me.
Hey, listen.
Well, look, I'm glad you have a partner like me, because you know what I would bring on a road trip, sweetheart? Follow me, my love. All right, you guys listening? I think you should know. What'd you say? A charger, a tablet?
A charger.
A tablet. Your headphones.
My hum
for internet. And
a jetpack to charge everything.
All right, so she's going to die. And I'm going to save her life. You know why? Because if I'm on a road trip, I'm going to bring some food, some water, some money, a weapon, and a roadmap.
Hey, that's smart. Hey, yo. Hey, yo, that was
Lord
smart.
have mercy, baby. Where you going with the charge of the hum and you ain't got no, you're gonna eat the charge of the hum and the damn music?
I mean, listen.
Hell no. That was funny. Thank you so much for that.
Hell no.
No, that's what's crazy because I never been on a road trip either. I didn't think about that until you know who your mama is. And your mama will be very upset. Mom, we love you. Oh my goodness.
If it's any consolation, really quick, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, how y'all doing? I just woke up from a nap.
You know what?
So I'm a little half asleep here, you know. But it's okay. It's okay. I'm back.
But yeah. Anyway. So yeah, guys, write down your 5 items and make sure your partner have your back. I mean, she got the electronics. Fucking millennial. She's a millennial. Anyways, man, thank you guys for tuning in to Secret Solace Show. No, it's me and Ryan B. We just kicking it. I'm talking about the change of scenery and the importance of it. Again, I'm rocking on my breath of fresh air. It was dope. I enjoyed it. I want to talk about, again, like the sunrise that was on the left side of me while I was driving, and the birds, they was in formation. It was so amazing. You know, like Lion King, the circle of life. Yes, it was really like that moment. That was amazing. It was like, what? Ah, Topanga and Boy Meets World. I'm sorry, y'all. I really just said it on the radio. I said on the radio. Okay. But yeah, like I said, Seattle was it was magical, it was mystical. And that circle of life moment was I was in shock. It was really like I saw nature's beauty. Like I'm you know, you get older and you like, fuck the humans, I can be right here. Not that I like the robots, but you know, the nature, it was beautiful. Like to see the cattle and stuff and the llamas, and yeah, I know I sound like a baby kid, like a little kid, but yeah, it was exciting for me. I don't care. I'm gonna brag about it because it was dope. Shout out to my homie Desert Scorpion for making me come, and it was like making me come for the trip, for the road trip, and yeah, man, we made time. We did that shit. We got there. We got back. Spent a lot of money in gas. Lord have mercy. And you know what? On the way back, it was about 8 degrees. We drove about 400 miles. It was about 16 degrees. We drove about 600 miles. Yeah, about 600. No. I'll say another 200. It was about 28 degrees. Another 200 is about 38 degrees. When we got to Vegas, it was about 45 degrees. So yeah, it was amazing. There was a storm over the weekend that we didn't know about. So there was a lot of snow on the road on the way back, and we drove through a lot of fog, you know, that scary fog you see in horror movies. You ever seen Hollow Man? Yeah, that type of fog. It was for a while. So like, if you are a horror movie fan, you know how like shit just pops out, like Annabelle and stuff like that, and people be driving on the highway. We seen a hitchhiker too, not in the fog, but all this shit was happening. It was weird. It was weird. Like I said, experiences. And Seattle is ahead on a lot of technology, guys. Just so you know, I seen a grocery store that didn't have nobody in it but a security guard. So all you have to do is scan it with a QR code, go in, get your stuff, and leave. We losing a lot of jobs, man. That's why I said stack up and do what you need to do for yours, and your family, like for real. But I was, again, like, even though I talk about how much Vegas gets on my nerves and all, you know, and all the shit that I talk, like, I'm really grateful for the opportunities that I have. And when I'm out there, when I am in places like Seattle and I can say what I do, Vegas has made me that. So that's the least I can say. I'm definitely grateful for that. And again, like on my way back, my what I was saying to myself is like, I know everybody's going through a hard time right now. Suicide is at its highest limit. This I know for sure. Seattle has the highest suicide rate. I didn't know that until I left or on my way out. People are very gloomy. But how hype was I through the show saying how beautiful Seattle was? But you know, like Las Vegas or anywhere you're from, and nothing is paradise. We all have our own story, and it's not always glory for everybody. Like me, Boston is a great city. Everybody's like, oh, it's beautiful. Why'd you want to leave? Why the fuck would you want to stay? That's all I'm saying. And then, yeah, my thing was, you know, no matter what, and this is to everybody, there's always something to live for. You know, the purpose for you and I is to be loved. You are needed. You are loved. Somebody love you. Somebody needs you. I'm telling you, no matter what you think. I know we out here, we be fucking up and we doing some shit. Me too. Like I said, a saint I ain't, but just be there for those who do need you. How about that? But yeah, these euphoric locations I've been to: Miami, Seattle, Jamaica, Boston, of course. Honestly, Cape Cod, Vegas has a mystical, magical feeling as well. So my question to you guys is, what is your euphoric place that you've been, that you want to go, that you think about, that you're manifesting? Feel free to share that with me within the chat, or you can find me on Instagram, SOLACESOCI3TY. Definitely follow Miss Raya B, my half, my baby, the other half to my business as well, Sorai, our promotion company, where we bring priority exceptions to life. And definitely contact her on Instagram as at it's Raya ITS_RIYAHB on IG. And definitely,
thank you.
Yeah, I got you. And definitely check out her Frequencies of the Bee EP. That's shit. And Solar System. That's not on the EP. And all the other music. Go to RayaBooking.com if you want to book a motherfucker.
No.
Oh, no, Raya.
Raya
B. RayaB.com. Raya Booking at Gmail for the booking. Right? Yeah. Oh, shit. I'll be doing this. I'll be fucking up. But yeah. Now, another question to you guys. If I was to throw together like a spiritual retreat, would y'all be down?
I'm coming.
Solace Society.
I bring my.
Do you confide in me?
And battery.
Can you confide in me?
I bring my battery pack.
But yes. But listen. With that being said, yeah, I think that's it. I think I like 1 minute left. I got 1 minute left, so I'm gonna go ahead and make this real. Again, you can find me on Instagram, SOLACESOCI3TY. And remember, universe, without you, there is no I, as I can't spell universe without you and I, as it's you and I versus the world. Peace, guys. I love y'all. Mwah.